Hello, welcome to Beach View, our podcast about all sorts of things and or stuff.
Yep, and today we're doing short YouTube videos again.
Yes.
So I've compiled another list of YouTube videos that are short and funny or something, I don't know.
Or something. Yes, so I enjoy these videos because, as I've mentioned several times before, it exposes me to things I would never find on the interwebs all by myself. So,
Yeah.
Weird, like, some videos are weird. Some are just like, old popular ones. Some are funny. Some are just like completely obscure that you're like, what did I just watch?
Yeah, a lot of music in this one for some reason. I just kept putting music in there, so.
Well, we like the music, so.
Yeah. But, yeah, you want to go ahead and get into it?
All right, let's definitely get into it. So the first one is called Oven, or you titled it Oven.
Yes, Oven.
So, yeah, why don't you describe it?
Well, why do they call it oven when you oven the cold food, of out hot, eat the food?
Did you get that? Because it's a little mixed up wording.
It's not at all. It makes perfect sense, actually.
It makes perfect sense. Okay, maybe to some. And it's Garfield. It's John and Garfield. What is his name? Arbuckle? John Arbuckle?
Yeah, I believe so.
And Garfield.
But yes, it's a comic of him next to an oven saying that. So, the context for this is originally from a tweet from, 2013 or something. Someone just typed that totally out of context, and it kind of, blew up later.
Oh.
People will still say this occasionally.
I have not seen this online at all. I mean, I feel like you've said it before. I've probably heard it from
Yes,
you.
I've said it several times before.
Yes. But I've never actually seen it, typed on the internet.
Yeah. And for some reason, at some point, someone took this comic of, John from Garfield next to an oven and had him saying it. And, this video is of someone doing it in John's voice.
It's very funny.
Yeah.
I like it.
So, why do they call it oven when you oven the cold food, of out hot, eat the food?
Once again, what?
It makes sense.
Sure it does.
It does. Do you want me to explain it?
Yes.
Okay, so the format of the jokes, obviously, why do they call it blank and not blank?
Mm-hmm.
What's one of those? Why do they call it a driveway when you park on it? Something like that?
Right, yes.
And they're using of in to mean, put in the oven.
Right, yeah. It's the back part of it that gets a little confusing.
To me, that's not, an extreme logical leap. It's just funny word usage. And... it should be called an of out because you of out hot eat the food instead of an of in.
Yeah, it
makes sense.
Of out hot eat the food.
They just forgot a word.
That's why it's silly. So there you go.
Yeah.
Silly Garfield, former Twitter thing.
Yeah, I love this phrase.
It's a good one, I have to say.
Yep.
Can fit so many situations. Not really.
I think
all right.
it can.
Second one. Paranoia agent opening.
Yes, so what'd you think of this?
I didn't hate it, but it was also it's just a bunch of different animated people individually in different scenes, different settings, laughing, shoulder shaking, I guess laughing.
Yep.
And so it's just a bunch of them. It looks kind of like anime-ish.
Yes, it's an anime.
Yeah, and so I didn't I was just kind of okay, everybody's laughing. So it didn't have any meaning to me, but I think that's the whole point, right? But I mean, it was just kind of one of those things where everybody's just laughing in a different setting. So you're okay.
Well, what'd you think of the song?
I mean, the song didn't bother me, but I didn't
okay.
I didn't absolutely love it, but it was just kind of that's goofy. You know what I mean?
Oh, I really like the song. I really like the vocals.
Oh, you did?
Especially when it opens with this just yelp it, it's a very cool song.
I need to go back and listen again then. I like honestly I was paying more attention to like the animation than the song, to be
No,
honest.
no, the
Like
song's a part of it.
I gotta go back and rewatch it. See, I should have like watched these a couple of times to really get it, you know?
Yeah. But yeah, this is the opening to the 2004 anime Paranoia Agent. If you remember from when we watched Death Note, there was a like 90-second opening that played every time.
Yes.
That's common for anime. I mean, TV shows in general, but like I think these days most of them go shorter, right? They're like 10 seconds, if that.
Very short. So this is like an actual opening to an anime, okay?
Yes, so this plays before every episode.
I got you. That makes a little more sense now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't catch that. Like, I didn't know what Paranoia Agent is. So.
Oh, yeah, it's a television show.
Yeah, I got that now, but when I was watching it, I thought it was just one of these videos that, like, somebody put together, like, random animation with a song over it.
Yeah, you know, it does fit with that. This is also, like, was uploaded in 2006, I believe, which makes it, like, one of the oldest videos on the platform. Yeah, it's, like, a really old video. Or no, 2005.
Oh,
so, yeah, it's yeah, really old upload.
I love how 2005 is, like, really old now.
Well, for YouTube, because that's at, like, the beginning of the platform.
Yeah. How funny. Okay.
But yeah, so, next.
Spaghetti.
Yes.
So, this is, like, an old school cartoon, and it's just, like, a very short, and the guy said, what does he say? Oh, someone's touched my spaghetti.
Yeah.
And it's funny because it's like, it's almost like Goldilocks and the Three Bears type of thing. Yeah. When they come in and like the bears have like, somebody's eaten my porridge, you know?
Yes.
But it's like an Italian, like, someone's touched my spaghetti.
Yep.
So it's funny. I liked it.
Yeah, so this became a meme several years back.
Oh.
For whatever reason. It's a very funny line delivery. But yeah, it is like Goldilocks and the Three Bears story from like some old animated thing that I guess someone found and thought was funny, so they took this part.
It is
and
funny.
It caught on.
Love it.
Yep.
All right. Well, next is Slender Man.
Yes.
So this is basically like somebody filming in their home. Like somebody has one of those. What are those suits called? Like
it's the Slender Man.
Is that what it is? Because it's like wearing a suit with one of those like. What do you call those? Where it covers your face
morph
and your whole
suit,
body?
like the full body, like, and it's a color.
Yes. I couldn't think of what it was called. So somebody's wearing that as well as a suit over it, like a
that's Slender Man
suit and jacket. Okay, so somebody's acting out Slender Man, sautéing for some reason hot dogs in a pan. And it's like, this is so weird. I was like, what is this?
Oh, really?
Yeah, well, it's just funny because like the outrage, like the narrator, like the point of view, he's like, it's got this like outrage. It's just like funny. And then at the end, so Slender Man's like throwing hot dogs at him and and then like he goes and eats a bag of chips and then throws the bag of chips across the room. And, like, the funniest part is at the end where the narrator's like, look at this place. It's a disaster. And it's, like, clearly not really a disaster. Like, he just shows, like, a bag of chips on the ground. Like, that was kind of funny.
Well, you missed that, like, basically all the lines rhyme.
Oh, I didn't even catch that.
Yeah, he's like,
oh my gosh.
You ain't got any lips. How can you eat potato chips?
I did not catch that whatsoever.
And it's like, hey there, you hungry home invader. Stop raiding my refrigerator.
I didn't get that at all. I don't know how I missed it.
Yeah. But also, I think the concept of just, like, Slender Man coming into someone's house to just be belligerent is really, really funny.
And then, like, why is he sautéing?
Yeah.
Like, and then throws it at him. Like, so funny. Yeah. That was funny.
Just really funny, yeah.
Yeah.
And the rhyming just really makes it. It's like a really clever little skit. I think it's a TikTok, in fact.
Yeah.
And re-uploaded to YouTube.
And like just the outrage of the narrator, I thought was the funniest part.
Very good delivery on that.
Yes. It's like so. This is definitely one of those obscure videos.
Yeah. But, yeah. So next?
All right, next we have I Want to Steal.
You should know this one.
I did know this one. I was happy to say I knew this one. So this is a scene from Over the Garden Wall, which we watched earlier this year.
Yep.
And it's the part where they're trying to get to, like, what's the name of that? Adeline, right? Adelaide's, yeah. Trying to get to Adelaide's place, and they're like, well, the bird is like, we need some coins, yo, if we're going to Adelaide. I can't even say her name. Anyway, so...
That's not how the bird talks.
No, but that's like my commentary in my head. So the bird's like, yeah, we're going to have to steal some stuff, and the little dude's like, well, the horse doesn't want to steal, or, you know, I don't know. I'm totally getting this all wrong.
Yeah.
And then the horse is like, I want to steal.
Yeah, no. Yeah, which is probably the funniest joke in the whole show. One of them,
yeah,
at least.
Right. It's very funny. So, yeah. And it's just that one little scene. And then he's like, no, we can't steal. And then he finds out they only need 2 cents. And then he's like, well, maybe we can steal.
I just think the horse, like, just coming in with, like, I want to steal. It's very funny.
It's the funniest part of the whole thing. So this was a funny little scene, and I enjoyed it because I actually watched that. So
yeah, I just thought it would be neat to put in a throwback. Not the only time I do that in this list. So
yeah, definitely. And I like that I had like a reference, because a lot of these videos I have like no reference points to, you know.
I gotta say, I think a lot of them stand on their own. So maybe that's... No, there are a lot of these that you do need the context.
Yeah, exactly.
Like this next one.
The next one.
Which actually I don't have the full context for, so...
Okay. The next one, I Love My Wife. And this is just a spoof of Chance the Rapper.
Yes.
And it's just like, it looks like a CD cover, but it's like goofy. And then the singing is like goofy, like it's like rapping about I love my wife.
And there's also screaming in it for some reason.
That's the thing. Like, I like the little screeches in there. It's like the background, not even background, but like the little screeches in between rap verses. It's really goofy, and it's a short one, so it's kind of funny.
Yeah, so, as far as I understand, this is a parody of his 2019 album, which I listened to one song off of because it featured the lead singer of Death Cab for Cutie.
Oh.
But I don't, apparently he raps about loving his wife and goes, in it, so.
So, yeah, this is pretty funny.
Yeah, but I thought especially because the guy's, putting on, a really nasally voice for it.
Yes. It's, obviously super goofy.
Yeah.
And, I just think
funny.
It's funny when people do that and, feel the need to, upload this to YouTube. Hilarious to me.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, next?
Okay, so next, Better Than Revenge.
Yes, which is what I called it, but this is Better Than Revenge, Taylor's version, Nightcore.
Yeah, so this basically, it sounds like a more punk cover of a Tay-Tay song.
Oh, you don't know what Nightcore is?
No, I don't know what Nightcore is.
It's not a cover. This is just the original song sped up.
Oh, I thought it was a cover, because it sounded really punk, kind of,
Well, yeah, it's because it's, faster guitar work. It's already, kind of a pop-punk song.
Oh, how funny, because I was like, yeah, the voice is, kind of, higher pitched and,
yep.
more, I don't know, I just felt like it was very, a punk delivery of it, and so I thought it was a cover.
Yeah, so back in the day, when you, sped something up, it would also raise the pitch, and, that became, a style for people to go online, and, it was really popular on YouTube, like take a like song, speed it up, and then like upload it. It was called Nightcore, and you always had like an anime character as the like picture. That's why this one has an anime character.
So this was like a whole thing. Okay, I got it.
Yes, and it still exists because I don't use TikTok, but I sometimes have the misfortune of hearing TikTok. And Nightcore stuff still plays, so it's still popular.
So that's what they call it, Nightcore? Like, that's like the genre?
I mean, I don't know if they do anymore, but yes, that's what it used to get called.
Oh, I thought like Nightcore was maybe like the anime thing that it was, did not get that at all.
No, well, I mean, the anime aesthetic is part of the Nightcore experience.
Gotcha.
They, like,
I thought like it
all
was
had
a
pictures
specific
of
anime like called Nightcore is what I thought.
Oh,
yeah.
no.
But no. Yeah, I got that so wrong. But I liked it. I was like, oh, I like this kind of punky version of it.
I don't like Nightcore, so.
Oh, I didn't mind it.
I just put this in for the old school internet context that apparently still exists today.
And apparently I didn't get.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Gotta go with Taylor Swift.
Tay.
There was also like a original version, like when it came out in 2010, that there's like a Nightcore version of the original song. So
okay, very interesting. I did not know that. I'm learning things.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you can basically type in any song Nightcore from the past, like however many years, and you'll find something.
Quite interesting.
Yep.
All right. The next one. ROFL copter.
Rafflecopter. You gotta pronounce it.
I was putting the L before the F. Rolf.
Oh, yeah.
Rafflecopter. Yeah.
Yes, this is a video called Microsoft Sam's Vehicles.
So this is definitely a quality watch, I would say. It's basically like animation using typed characters.
Yeah, ASCII art.
Oh, I didn't even know that was called that. So, so it's like it's like a helicopter that is like they use the letters like ROFL, or like a train that uses like the LOL. It's just, it's pretty good animation, like using typed characters. I didn't know that was it had a name. But I thought it was pretty awesome.
You're missing the text-to-speech part.
Oh, yes. Yeah. So, yeah, they're like narrating it, and it's like, I can't even like say what they were saying because it was like, LOL.
Yes.
Like, it was very funny.
Yeah, and this is an old text-to-speech called Microsoft Sam that has a very, like, robotic and monotone delivery, and it sounds really funny. So this was, like, a staple of certain, like, early internet humors, is just making the text-to-speech say funny things. This video's from 2008.
It was cool. I thought it was very, like, I was impressed.
Yeah, it's a slice of old internet culture.
Gotta love old internet culture.
But, yeah, so, next.
Next, we have Biggie Smalls goes to buy, what's S&E's?
I'm not dignifying that. You know how to pronounce that.
I don't.
Really?
No, I don't know.
SNES for Super Nintendo.
Oh, yeah.
Or SNES, if you prefer.
SNES. Okay. Yeah. Didn't get that. I mean, I did get it when he was watching.
You were around for the Super Nintendo.
Yeah, but like, I don't know if you remember hearing, like, the boys never let me play it, okay? So I was, they wouldn't let me play it. So I didn't know the whole, like, culture of it. I just knew what a Super Nintendo was.
Okay, well, that's...
Okay, and I definitely would have gotten it if I was looking at the video, because I would have remembered he goes to buy a Super Nintendo, so... Yeah. Yeah,
it's just someone, like, cut together a little video using pictures of Biggie Smalls and, like, different clips from, like, stuff he said.
Different clips from his songs. Yeah. And I love Biggie. That's, like, old school rap. And, always love to hear Biggie Smalls, especially at the end where he says, "It was all a dream," which is, like, super popular song. So that's just very funny.
I just find the concept of, like, Biggie Smalls buying
I
SNES and then
love,
playing a
yes,
game on it.
I love at the beginning where he's like, Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Because it's just such a, if you know the Biggie Smalls, era, that was just so iconic. So I love it.
Just a very funny video someone put together, yeah.
It is. It's very funny, like the scenario that he's going to buy a Super Nintendo, playing a game, and then using clips of his songs.
Yeah.
Hilarious. Yeah. All right. Next we have Rattlesnake.
Yep.
Which is just what it sounds like. It's a rattlesnake video, and you can hear the rattlesnake sound that it makes when it rattles. This is kind of funny because there's no commentary. Like, it's just a rattlesnake shaking its little rattle.
Yep, and it's all seized up to, its strike pose, so.
Yeah, so that's it. That's the video. It's just a rattlesnake.
Yep, it's just a rattlesnake making noises, as they do.
Which I liked. I was like, is that the real noise? And then I saw it was like some kind of national park thing, and I was like, oh, I guess that is the real noise. So
I mean, I assume so. They could have faked it.
Well, I mean, in this list of obscure videos, I was like, is this real? You know what I mean? Like,
it seems real to me.
Dub sound over it, and then once I watched it, I was like, yeah, that's real. But it's funny because I was just, at first I was like, okay, what's gonna happen with this rattlesnake? And then nothing happens.
Nothing. It's just making noise. Yeah. I never heard a rattlesnake rattle in person, though, so it could be faked, I wouldn't know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to hear a rattlesnake rattle in person either, but...
Well, you would prefer that to the alternative.
Yeah, I guess.
They do that so you don't get near them.
That's true.
To bite, so,
Yeah, and having just had a friend who was bitten by a cottonmouth, and had this terrible, black hand, I definitely wouldn't want to be hanging around rattlesnakes, so...
Well, that's what the rattle's for, so you don't hang around them.
Yeah.
You hear it and then you go the other way.
I would definitely go the other way, absolutely. Yes. Yeah, so that's a cute little rattlesnake video.
Yep. I don't think most people would say that, but...
Oh, well, you know that I think snakes are cute, so...
Yes, I agree.
They're cute.
Surprisingly a lot to say about the short rattlesnake video.
I know! I was surprised too.
Right,
but,
well...
okay.
Next,
Triple Baka.
Yes, so, what'd you think of this one?
One question. Why is the yellow-haired girl so mean to the teal girl? She's just completely rude and violent to her.
I can't believe you don't know who Hatsune Miku is.
I don't know who that is.
It's Hatsune Miku.
Well, obviously. So, yeah, I mean, I had a feeling this had some kind of meaning in the anime world.
There's overlap, but Hatsune Miku is a Vocaloid, which, obviously she's like an anime-styled character, but
okay.
I'm not too familiar with Vocaloid stuff, but it's like a vocal synthesizer, like a singing synthesizer, and the company that did it put out characters to go with it, and Hatsune Miku ended up being the most popular.
Oh.
And this is a song someone put together using two of those synthesizers and another character who I guess just plays notes on her phone.
Yes. So, it starts off with, it's three characters. It starts off with one, beeping a cell phone. And then there's, a backup vocal, and then, the lead starts. And it's a whole song, and it has, the, translation,
Yeah.
And it's a goofy song, and she keeps saying, stupid, stupid, stupid.
Yes, that is what Baka means.
Yeah, she's lured into, her computer and, all this stuff. So it's...
I have no idea if that translation's accurate or not. I just think the song's good.
I think it's funny. I mean, it's a bop, for sure.
Yeah.
But the song wasn't bad at all. Even the cell phone beeping, how usually, beeping bothers me. But I was like, I could get into this. This is a jam right here. So, yeah, it's an interesting little video.
I also think it's funny that the breakdown's just the pink-haired one singing the same note.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. But I feel like that carries the whole song.
Yeah. It's a very funny bit.
It is. It's, and the, like I said, the yellow-haired girl is, hitting the other girl over the head. It's just, Bro, what are you doing to her? That was kind of funny.
But yes, in case you ever encounter Hatsune Miku again, she's the teal-haired one.
Okay, well, I'll remember she's a Vocaloid.
Very popular character.
Apparently. I just didn't know about it. So, yeah, I assume this had, like, a reference. Like, everybody knew, except for me, so.
Well, not everybody, but if you've been online in the past, like, I don't know, like 16 years or so.
Bro, I've been online since 1998, okay? Thank you very much.
Well, obviously you're not familiar with Hatsune Miku, or the
guess just
Microsoft Sam voice,
not in the right circles.
or Nightcore.
Yeah.
No, you're too you're too normal.
I'm too old. So, yeah, I was gonna say old, but normal. I'll say that.
No, there's old people that know this stuff.
Oh, yeah, just not me.
No.
Yeah. I'm more of a book person. We've established that, so. But anyways, okay, so the next one is called Hate.
Yes.
Is this AI, like, it hates people, so.
Yeah, the character is.
Yeah, the character, yeah. Okay, that's what I was like, this must be some kind of AI character in something that I don't know about.
Yeah, you want me to do the monologue?
Sure.
I'm not actually going to. But, yeah, it's the opening monologue from the 1995 game I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream, based on the 1967 Harlan Ellison short story of the same name. That is the author reading that off, by the way. He plays the character.
Yeah, I got that. Like, I just looked at the comments, because sometimes if I don't know what the reference is, like, I'll just go read a bunch of comments and, like, somebody will clue me in. So, yeah, a lot of the comments were, like, so funny that the author does this, like, it's perfect, you know, like, that kind of stuff. So, anyway, a lot of the comments were like, wow, the author really must hate people, too. And I think, like, the author has, like, said things in different, maybe interviews or something else about how he hates people, so.
Yeah, I think he's one of those famous authors that's kind of like a misanthrope. So.
Yeah, which, I mean, gotta love it, you know?
But yeah, the character's like a AI supercomputer that goes rogue and like takes over the world and hates humans, that sort of thing.
Who doesn't love an AI that goes rogue and hates humans? I think it's great. Yeah.
Yep, so next time you have a minor inconvenience, you can burst into this monologue.
Yes, I'll have to keep that on tap and really be dramatic about it.
Yeah. It's a very good reading, but I just thought it would be neat to include this, because, you know.
Yeah, I liked it. Yeah, for sure.
So next?
Alright, so next, Parappa? Is that how you say it?
I think it's Parappa, but, you know.
Parappa?
Whatever's fine.
Okay. So, wow, this is where Batman watched his parents die. And
yes.
It's like a little rap. Yeah.
So, do you want the context?
Yeah, I figured there was context that I didn't understand again.
Yeah, so there's two parts of this. You want the Batman part or the Parappa part first?
I guess both? I don't know. Batman first.
Okay, so you know who Batman is, but there's like a comic, I think that's a crossover between Batman and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. But at any rate, there's a comic where he's in the rain and telling somebody, I think it's Raphael from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, this is where I watched my parents die. And that's been a meme for years. People do like all sorts of different versions with different punchlines or like different characters. And in this one, the character is Parappa the Rapper from the 1996 video game Parappa the Rapper, who became like popular again a few years ago. It was like a big meme to do Parappa stuff. And the whole conceit is Parappa the Rapper is a rhythm game where the titular character repeats back everything that's said to him. So, you know, this is where I watched my parents die, and then he goes, this is where you watched your parents die.
Oh.
But there were a lot of memes from that, and some of them got animated, like this one, and, you know, voiced.
Interesting. Okay, that makes a lot more sense now.
Yep. But that's what he does. He repeats back what is told to him.
That's funny.
It's a very funny video, I think.
It is definitely funny, and it's more funny with the context.
You don't think Batman telling some weird dog out of context in a rap that this is where he watched his parents die.
I was kind of like, what does this mean? Yeah. Besides exactly what he says, this is where I watched my parents die. So, yeah,
Yep.
I totally didn't get that, which I should have caught the Ninja Turtle thing, but I just don't remember it that well.
Well, it's like there's no Ninja Turtles in the video. It's just like I think that was
Right.
the original. Was there was a Ninja Turtle.
I got you. Yeah, because I used to like the Ninja Turtles when I was younger.
Yep.
Yeah.
So next.
So, next we have VR drunk driving.
Yep, which is exactly
So,
what it sounds like.
yeah, it's exactly what it sounds like. So it's like it shows like a person with the VR, you know, the little thing on and doing a driving game.
Yeah.
And this person is just having a great time, and then at the end says, "Why is there so many cops?"
Yeah, because there's a lot of cops on the road for some reason.
Yeah. So this game or this VR experience, I guess, is just like exactly what it sounds like, drunk driving. And so, you know, the guy's like driving, like jamming, like, you know, drinking a beer or something in the video.
Yeah.
And just like running into cop cars and stuff. So, yeah.
Yeah, there's actually a lot of these, which, yeah, that's probably like a pretty obvious place to go with VR.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I just thought I came across this video randomly and thought it was funny.
I just like how, like, the person in the video is just like rocking out, like having a good old time and drinking a beer. It's just very funny.
Yep. So, next.
All right. Crow, which is exactly what it sounds like. It's just a crow cawing. It's kind of like the rattlesnake one, but it's a crow.
Yep. I thought it would be neat to put some animal ones in here, just to, like, you know, break it up a bit.
Love animals. And then of course I had to watch the video that was like queued up next about what the difference between a raven and a crow was. So yeah,
well,
it was
what's
just a funny. Okay, so a raven is bigger, or can be bigger, than a crow. Their beaks are different. And then I stopped watching it because it was like a 10-minute long video. Yeah.
They also make different noises.
Yeah, they make
I'm sure
different
there's
noises.
other differences, but that's the ones I know.
Well, I mean, the biggest difference is that a raven says nevermore.
Which actually, you know, they can actually vocalize. Like, they can mimic human speech to a limited degree.
Which is super cool.
Yeah.
I think it's awesome. And creepy.
I don't think that's creepy. Like, anytime, like, videos of those go around, people are always like, oh, that's so creepy. And I'm like, why is that creepy? It's just a bird making noises.
Know.
They do that.
Yeah, it's just a bird making noises. I don't think a parrot is creepy.
Yeah, I know. Why is a crow or a raven creepy, but a parrot's not?
I guess because ravens are used a lot in, like, mystery horror stories and stuff like that.
Yeah, I guess they're omens, bad omens.
Yeah. In some cultures they're considered good luck, and in some they're considered bad omens. So,
well, I think they're neat.
I do too. So anyway, this is just a crow.
Yep.
Cawing away, which I could just hear outside every day of the week. So.
Yeah, well.
Yeah.
Same, but I thought it was a neat inclusion.
It was. I liked it. So.
Next,
AMV Dragon Ball Z.
Yep.
I don't know what the AMV means.
So it means, like, anime music video, which is an old, like, internet thing. People still do this today. Another one of those where they take, like, an anime and cut together a little like video to music.
Oh. So this one is Dragon Ball Z with Linkin Park.
Yep.
And I liked it. I obviously like Linkin Park. Don't have anything against Dragon Ball Z. So yeah, so it was just like listening to Linkin Park with Dragon Ball Z mixed in there. So
yeah, there's tons of these. They're still popular today too.
How funny. I wonder why this became a thing.
I mean, people like cutting together like video to music, and anime's been popular for a while, so this like really blew up once the internet started kicking into high gear, especially on YouTube.
Definitely.
I I will say, a lot of the people who make these and have made these have bad music taste. It's my opinion. I looked up a recent show and I was like, wow, all these people have bad music taste.
That's pretty funny.
I will say the Sailor Moon fans, at least back in the day, because I was looking up that because I was thinking about maybe including like a bunch of different things, and I ended up going with this one because of the Linkin Park. But the Sailor Moon fans have a varied music taste that isn't bad.
Good to know. I feel like that tracks. Like, I feel like Sailor Moon fans would be pretty cool, so.
Yeah, so shout out to Sailor Moon fans circa like
Yeah.
2008 to 2011.
Yeah, exactly. Love it. Right. Next is I'll Take a Potato Chip.
You should know this one.
I do know this one. I got the reference, obviously, because it's from Death Note. And this is funny because it's a scene where, you know, Light is getting really cocky about his ability to trick everybody. And he's like, I'll write equations with one hand and write names with the other hand, like in the little notebook. And then he says, I'll do whatever with this hand and I'll eat a potato chip. And it shows him just like taking one potato chip out of the bag.
And it's all very dramatic.
Very dramatic, which makes it very funny.
Yes.
So, taken out of context, it's just like one of those, you know, super dramatic scenes. And it's just funny because it like centers around the potato chip.
Yep, one of the funniest scenes in Death Note.
It really was.
That would be a neat inclusion.
Yeah, it was good. I liked it.
A lot of anime on this list too.
Yeah, definitely. Yep.
But yeah, next.
Chaos Emerald.
Yes.
So, why don't you describe this one?
So this is Shadow the Hedgehog from the 2005 game Shadow the Hedgehog saying, where's that damn fourth Chaos Emerald? And that's it.
Yeah, that's all it is. So,
yep, very funny out of context.
Shadow the Hedgehog. Yep, exactly. Yeah, this is kind of funny. You know, old school. Got that.
I guess 2005's old school now, but like...
I feel like that would be considered old school now, but...
Yeah, like Sonic the Hedgehog old school would be more of his, like, 2D games back in the 90s.
Yeah. I guess because this was around for so long, that's why I say old school.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. Like something I actually recognize. So. But I was like, I didn't know his name was Shadow the Hedgehog.
Oh, Sonic the Hedgehog's the main dude. Shadow's the like edgy evil version.
Well, I knew there were like I knew there were like a couple of versions. I knew Sonic, but I never knew the name of this one. So yeah.
But he might be a good guy too. You know, that's what the game's about. Whether or not he's going to be a good guy or a bad guy.
Oh, gotcha.
Or maybe neutral. You know, you never know.
Well, in this case, he wants.
But he always swears a lot.
Emerald. Oh, really?
Yeah, he swears a ton in this game. Very funny.
That's funny. I like that. That's funny. Okay, so next we have Sneasler.
Yes.
Which I thought this is great commentary on this game and character. And I loved it.
Yeah, this is hilarious. This is some streamer like commentating about a moment in the game, in the 2022 game, Pokemon Legends Arceus. It's just very funny, like their commentary.
Yeah, it's kind of like a very dramatic, like, some of the comments said Valley Girl. Like, I didn't get, like,
no,
Valley
that's not
Girl
a Valley
from
Girl thing.
No, but it was more like, you know, it sounded like things that I would say myself if I was being dramatic about a game, like
what,
she's
this
like
pop star, this model.
Yes, this absolute, you know, and then she talks about like, and then I get in this little box on its back, like Edward Cullen crawling up a tree. Like, so it had like a Twilight reference in there. And I thought it was very funny because it's just the type of drama that I enjoy. And, you know, like I like being dramatic sometimes. And that was exactly what this was. So I thought it was I wouldn't mind watching like this kind of streaming game. Like normally I don't want to see somebody else playing a game, but like hearing this person like talk about this character was just really funny.
Yep. Very descriptive too.
Yeah. Like this absolute supermodel of a character. Like, you know, just hilarious.
Yep.
So
Next.
yeah. Okay, next, Rap Roundtable.
Yes.
So this is an SNL skit, and it's so goofy. And I've never seen the whole skit. Like I've only seen the little. I've never seen the whole thing. So I've only
you
seen.
wanted me to include this one.
Yeah, I wanted to see the whole thing. Like I've only ever seen the like little part. It's Pete Davidson, Timothée Chalamet. I can never say.
Yeah.
And like there's
Questlove.
a couple of the Questlove, a couple of the SNL characters, Punky, I forget her last name, and no, I can't even say, like, what's the other girl's name?
Oh,
Wodum is her last name.
I don't know SNL cast members, so.
Yeah, well, anyway, there's a couple, like, popular cast members, so. And so it's funny because they're, like, it's, like, kind of like this, rap roundtable. They're having, like, a discussion about, like, the culture, and, like, one of them's playing Queen Latifah, and then, of course, there's Questlove playing Questlove.
Yes.
And then, like, Pete Davidson and Timothée Chalamet are playing, like, these two, like, rappers that got popular. Did they say, like, on TikTok or
yeah,
YouTube
on
or
TikTok.
Something? Yeah, on TikTok. And so they're just acting like these little, like, goofy, punks. So I've only seen the, like, I said that wrong, yeet skirt, like, part of the video where they're, like, rapping. And the reason it's funny is because, like, that little section of the skit just got, like, super popular.
Oh,
so
okay.
I've seen it, like, all over, like, Instagram and stuff, like, TikTok. Like, people use this for, like, it's kind of like a meme thing.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's why it was funny to me, because I never saw the whole thing, and then it just is, like, all over the internet right now.
Yeah. Them doing their whole, like, goofy over-the-top bit is funny.
Yeah, it is. It's funny, and, like, the reason I think it's funny, because, like, even, like, Halloween, like, people dressed up as these characters for Halloween.
Okay.
Like, there was a viral video, like, Taylor Lautner and his wife Taylor, like, dressed up like them and like, did the whole yeet skirt song, I guess you'd call it. So, it's funny how popular it got, because it's, like, complete nonsense.
It's not nonsense, it's an old person skit. It's about how the kids these days don't listen to good music.
Yeah, it's funny. Like, it's just, like, I don't know. It's comical.
Yeah, I do think they do a good job acting out these weird characters. I think that's funny.
Yeah.
But this skit is, like, I'm not a fan of it because it's a weird, it's an old person skit. It's like, the kids these days, they just don't understand.
What's funny, though, like, it's making fun of that, too, like...
No, it is,
like,
I think unabashedly, like, the kids these days don't get it. Like, I don't think it's making fun of that.
I think it's making fun of that completely. Like, I think it's funny altogether. Like, making fun of what people say about that. And, like,
Questlove hits them. And he calls his
that's
dad.
What's funny. That's what's funny about it.
Yeah, they're the butt of the joke.
Like, no, but that's the funny part, is Questlove actually getting so riled up he hits him. That's why it's, like, commentary on that, too.
It's not, like, I think this is
because, like, no normal
parody.
person,
it's just straight, like,
it's not. It's a parody, 100%. Because no normal person would get so riled up about kids these days rap that they would go and smack them.
I mean, it's over
like
the top
Will
because
Smith
it's a comedy skit, but like some old person's gonna be watching this and being like, yeah, the kids these days don't get rap. That's so true.
No, I think it's a parody of both. Like, I definitely
think so.
100% do. No, I definitely do. And the funniest part about this is that when they're doing this stupid little rap, like, Timothée Chalamet, like, almost breaks, like, starts laughing. And so then he's, like, covering his face.
Oh,
like,
I didn't notice that.
Yes, and everybody, like, online was saying, like, it's so funny because, like, he probably just did that, like, face covering dance because he was about to, like, he was cracking up, like, And so, anyway, that's the funny part of it.
Okay, yeah, I will reiterate, I think the characters they play is, that's a funny bit. I can see why this blew up, but I think you're wrong about it being, like, a parody of, like, old people complaining about the kids these days. I think it just is old people complaining about the kids these days.
No, I think it's a whole parody. But anyway, we'll agree to disagree then.
Yeah, you're just wrong about that. I'm sorry.
No, you're wrong about it. It's funny. The whole thing's funny. It's not meant to make you angry about it.
Well, I'm not angry about it. I'm just like, oh, this is old people stuff. Like, I don't know.
It's not.
I don't want to be the person complaining about the kids these days.
No, it's funny. The whole, and like having Queen Latifah, like that whole part was funny too. Like, I mean, she's old school hip hop.
Yeah,
you know what
they're
I
both
mean?
old people complaining about the kids.
But that's the point. That's the whole point.
But it sides with them. There's no, like, look at these old people, aren't they goofy too? It's like the old people are right.
No, I think it's a parody of both because Queen Latifah, I think it is. But anyway, okay, we'll move on because we'll never agree on this.
It's really not.
I think it is. Ask other people. I'm telling you. Anyways, I guess it's all what you take from it. And we took different things from it. So.
You're being too nice to it. It's really not.
Whatever. Okay, well.
Next.
Anyways, yeah. So next we have Questlove.
Yes, which I chose because your video had Questlove.
Because of Questlove. Yes, exactly. So this is a funny video that makes you question whether Questlove is in the house.
Yeah, it's from the Eric Andre show, and it's Questlove saying, "Hey guys, Questlove's in the house," and them going, "Questlove, you're not in the house."
Yeah, it's funny.
Yeah, I love the dramatic music that plays too.
Yes, and then they show him like in the drum set is like empty, like Questlove isn't there at the end.
Yeah, it's very funny.
It's very funny. Yeah,
Questlove, you're not in the house.
Love that.
Yep.
Yeah, so that's funny. It's just a funny little video.
Alright, next.
Okay. Cat versus cicada.
Yep.
Which, again, is exactly like it sounds.
Yes.
So I'll let you describe.
So it's a cat, and the cat's looking at a cicada, and it taps the cicada, and the cicada makes a noise, which also scares the cat. So, classic internet video. It's a funny cat video.
Classic cat reaction. It like jumps up and runs like so
After
funny.
Disturbing the cicada.
Yeah, I love how there's all these videos like that show like cats like hitting something or like tapping something, because that's what cats do.
Yep.
And then the cicada scared it, so it's just funny.
Yeah. Has your cat ever done that with a bug?
Yes. So one of my cats is like curious. Neither of my cats actually like really eat bugs or anything like that. I used to have a cat that did. But they just like one of the cats likes messing with bugs, but never seen them get scared of one really.
Yeah. Alright, well, next.
Next is Green Day.
Yes. Which is just the song Brain Stew by Green Day, because I thought it would be funny to just put a song in here.
Just a song. And so it's the iconic Brain Stew song. To me, it's instantly recognizable. Like, I used to love this song when I was younger.
Yeah, this is probably my favorite Green Day song.
Yeah, for sure, 100%. So, love the song. I liked hearing it in this list. So, I was a fan.
Yeah, I just thought the concept was funny. It's just, you click on one of these and it's just a song randomly. There's no, like, video to it or anything.
Yeah, I was, like, waiting for something to happen, but... and then I was like, oh, it's just the song. Yeah.
Yep.
So, good song. Next, we have Hello There.
Yes.
And I'll let you describe.
Yeah, so, this is a scene from the 2005 film Star Wars Episode 3 Revenge of the Sith, and it's a funny line delivery. It was a meme for a while, but it's just, Ewan McGregor's character sneaking up behind the big robot guy and saying hello there, and the big robot guy says General Kenobi.
Yeah, but the way he kind of does it is, like, he, like, jumps into... the
Yeah.
scene. Like, it's real dramatic. So,
Yeah. And their line
yeah.
delivery is very funny, so,
Yeah,
it,
of
it
course,
was a meme for a while.
there's a weird mix of characters. And, yeah, it's very funny.
Yep. Next?
So, next, we have Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared.
Yeah.
And it was the Get Creative song.
Yeah, it's the first one.
Yeah, that the little notebook.
It's literally just Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared. Did you watch it again?
Yeah, I did. It's a little sketch pad. It's like singing about getting creative, and of course, it devolves into utter chaos.
Yes.
Which is that's like what Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared is all about.
Yeah, and we've already talked about Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared. I just thought it was funny to put it on this. It is a short video, so.
Yes, it was funny. So it's always fun to see that again. It gets real dark and gross at the end.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was funny. Just like, here's this again.
Yeah, it's definitely always good to have a little reminder of Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared.
Yep. So, next.
Right. Next, we have Dark Soul with Light.
Yep.
So I didn't get this reference either, but it's a funny, like, voiceover, like, delivery, I guess. The delivery is the funny part, I think.
Yes. So it's a line from the 2001 game Devil May Cry where the character yells, "I was supposed to be the one to fill your dark soul with light," but it's, they stretch out the light and they yell it, and it's just very funny.
Yeah.
I've not actually played this game, so.
Oh, it's like the voice kind of cracks a little. Yeah,
It's just a funny line.
Yeah, and yeah, so I think the delivery was funny. Like, I didn't, like I said, I didn't get the reference, but I thought the delivery was funny.
Yep. So,
all right.
Next.
And then last but not least, All I Want for Christmas.
Yes.
So this is like a video, I'm sure you've seen these before. It's like a video of like a house with like Christmas lights on it that plays to music, like the lights blink, in concert with the music. So this is really funny. The reason this is funny to me is because, first of all, it's a song, right? So it's All I Want for Christmas, and it says MP3 to MIDI to MP3. Which I read in the comments means like the MIDI turns it into like piano sounds, like even the vocals, right?
Yeah, so MIDI's like it's an old well, it's still used today, but it's a old like way to encode like piano or like just instruments in general. And the like typical MIDI sounds is very like the piano in this. But this is something that was like semi-popular back in the day of taking songs and then converting them to MIDI, like, and then back, so that the vocals got all, like, piano-y, and it creates this really weird effect.
Yes, it's like utter chaos once again. And the thing that I thought made it extra funny is that, well, for one, it's like a Mariah Carey All I Want for Christmas song. And secondly, the lights on the house. Like, usually when you see this, like, I've seen a few already this year online, like, the house is, like, super decorated with these, like, cool lights and, like, images and stuff that, like, sometimes the lights even spell out, like, the words that the song, from the song. So, like, typically it's, like, an impressive, like, scene here. And these lights were it was kind of like bare minimum almost. So that's kind of what made it more funny to me.
Well, if you read the description, it says this was my house in 2010. So there's maybe been an escalation in light science since.
Definitely been an escalation for sure. And so I thought it was just like really funny that like somebody did this and made their lights, blink to the beat, I guess you would say.
See, to me, the main event of this video is the weird version of All I Want for Christmas.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that somebody put this to lights was very funny.
Well, I think they just took like I think because this was videos from 2015, and they said this it was uploaded to YouTube in 2015, and they said in 2010. So I think what it probably was is that they took like they did their house to the original Mariah Carey and just uploaded this version with the new track.
With the MIDI. Okay, I got you. Yeah. Either way, it was funny.
Yeah, you can, like, if you listen, even though it's, like, just, like, piano sounds, you can, like, eerily hear the vocals coming out of it.
Yes, you can.
Which is this very strange effect.
It is. It's weird, and like I said, it sounds just like chaos, like, at some point, so...
Yep.
It's funny.
Best version of this song.
For sure. No, I like Mariah Carey. But yeah, all the Christmas music, like, yeah, I'd much rather listen to this version.
Yeah. Probably not possible to actually play it on a piano, but...
Yeah, I wouldn't think. But I like the effort.
Yep.
Yeah.
I like the effect, and, it's Christmas season now, apparently, so fitting video
timing,
to end us out.
Absolutely.
Weird piano singing.
Very cool.
Yep. So, closing thoughts?
I actually learned a few things. I learned about the MIDI. I learned some of these references. So, yeah,
You learned about AMVs and Nightcore.
Yeah, I learned about, like, specific animes and game characters. So, yeah, and I was actually, excited that there were a couple of references I got. So, yeah.
Well, I
Overall,
just chose shows
list.
We did for the podcast, so.
Yeah, exactly. I felt like it was like, I know about this. Proud of myself.
Yeah.
Yeah. So overall, good list.
Yeah, so now you can go and make a Nightcore AMV.
Absolutely, and I'll know what that means.
Yep. So, if there's nothing else, I'll take us out.
That's it.
Alright, well, this has been Beach View. Thanks for listening, and tune in next time. Bye!
Bye!